Hello lovelies and welcome to Intuitive Tarot with me, Suzanne. How are we all doing today? We doing good? We doing alright? We all okay? Good. Let's get some messages for you beautiful bunch. Not focusing on the negative, always focusing on the positive. Trying your best to stay away from the negative thoughts and feelings that you very often finding yourself being pulled into. You've gone into a hermit mode, and I feel like you have been working on yourself. You've been in this process of recovery, process of healing, a process of confronting all that you've gone through to make sure that what you once went through doesn't consume you anymore. Because I feel like you've got to a point where you're understanding why you react in the ways that you do when you're triggered. What is triggering you? Oh, I'm triggered here because that's what happened to me when I was younger and they said that's me. And that reminds me of this situation. That reminds me of that situation. You've grown so much as an individual. You've matured so much as an individual. But I just feel, how can I say this? I feel like you are such a strong person because you have been through a lot more trauma than most individuals do, okay? And I feel like instead of letting that trauma and that pain to consume you and end up going down a really bad road and end up being consumed by addiction of any scale, you saw that you was going down a bad path and you faced it head on, even though you knew it was going to be a really, really hard place to go to. You didn't want to be like other family members that you've seen suffer from addiction. You didn't want to be like them. You didn't want to end up dying earlier before you should because they suffer from addiction. You've lost too many people to addiction. You didn't want to walk down that path too. It's just this the Hermit. Wow. Okay. If you're around anybody that makes you feel unhappy or brings you back to the place where you feel like you're gonna pick up another bottle or take things that you shouldn't be taking because you know that you have struggled from addiction before, or spending money where you shouldn't, or sex, or it doesn't matter where your addictions is, his addictions, isn't there? And you've been absolutely incredible with your strength and fighting your addictions off, actually putting yourself in recovery. and freeing yourself from the burdens of past generations. You are cutting generational ties that your ancestors couldn't. You have done. Give yourself the credit and the respect and that like hug for doing that. Look what you've overcome. What your ancestors couldn't, you've overcome it. I think you're amazing. Be more prouder of yourself for doing this. I do feel like I'm speaking to a feminine at some point, and then I do feel like I'm speaking to a masculine at some point. So I feel like this message is going out to a lot of people. And also, I feel like this message is going to go out to a lot of people whose parents have suffered from addictions, and you are going to get this on a whole nother level, to the point where you understood that the reasons why your parents went through addictive phases is because they didn't have anybody to talk to, because their parents suffered from addiction. So you literally stopped in your tracks and you backed up out of that road because you was like, yeah, I'm not walking down that road. Yeah, I'm going a whole different direction. And if it's something like, say if one of your parents drank themselves to like a not a good ending, I feel like you don't even drink now. Or it's like, oh, I've never touched that stuff because, you know, I know somebody that lost their life to that. I've never touched it. And you're like, no, never. Because you know the damage it can do. Not just what damage it's done to you, but the damage it's done to like your family members and the people you love around you by that person suffering from addiction and not being able to get over that addiction. You've seen all the walls break down around everybody's life, and the mass destruction losing that person to addiction has done. And you're confronting that, and I just feel like I want to give you like the biggest hug and literally like shower you with praises. I feel like I'm like a nan that's like really, really proud of you. I don't know if you was close to your nanny, but that's what I feel. I feel like a nan energy wanting to like praise her grandchild and be like, I'm so proud of you. You've done amazing, you have. Like, that's how I feel, and that's the energy that's coming through for you. And if I could give you the biggest hug, I would. Well done. You're amazing. And I'm so freaking proud of you for what you've done and what you've overcome. This is your message to my I hope for clarity and understanding in current situations. I'll see you all very, very soon.